What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Saturday edition of The Squeeze, a Canada Day edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Connium, obviously first and foremost, repping the All Canada Blue Jays jersey today. Happy Canada Day to all of those who watch. I know a lot of you watch from the United States and from elsewhere, but I know a lot of you do watch from Canada, so happy Canada Day. Hope you do enjoy the day. The weather should be okay. We're still dealing with the wildfire situation, so the air quality isn't the greatest, but hopefully you can get outside, get some barbecue, do the whole thing, enjoy some time with your friends and family this long weekend. So happy Canada Day. I wanted to do a Canada-themed edition of the Squeeze today where all the bets would be Canadian-related, but I wanted to make a bet in the TFC game, but there was just nothing. There was nothing at all. And the second thing, of course, shout out to my man, Fred VanVleet. He's leaving the Toronto Raptors. He is signed with the Houston Rockets. He got that bag, man. He bet on himself. 3 years, $43 million per season. I got the 905 hat here. Obviously, Raptors fan. I was a Raptors 905 season ticket holder from 2017 to 2022. 2017 was 4 seasons. And then when the pandemic hit, that put an end to that. So it was the 2017 season to the 2020 season. Raptors 905 season ticket holder race. So I saw VanVleet go from winning the G League championship with Pascal Siakam to winning the NBA championship 2 years later with the Toronto Raptors. One of my all-time favorite Raptors, man. So much heart. Reminds me a lot of Alvin Williams, who is my favorite Raptor. Well, Kyle Lowry's my favorite Raptor, then Alvin. It just must be something to me really liking the point guards of the Toronto Raptors. Lowry, Alvin, VanVleet. So maybe my next favorite Raptors point guard will be Marquise Noel. We'll see. But shout out to VanVleet, man. I don't know the Raptors. They did sign Dennis Schroeder, so that's the replacement. I think Scotty Barnes is probably going to take over the point guard role for the Toronto Raptors. They're probably going to extend Gary Trent Jr., so it's going to be an interesting season. New coach. There's now only Boucher, OG Anunoby, and Pascal Siakam left from the championship run team. But hey, man, can't argue with $43 million a year, so shout out to Fred VanVleet. We will miss you in Toronto. Okay, 1-2 day yesterday. We hit the under in the Elks Red Blacks game. Red Blacks killed Edmonton 26-7. They got their first victory. Elks got to be the worst team in the CFL now. And then we had under in LA and Chicago, so that didn't hit. So after a 3-0 start on Wednesday, now 1-5 in our last 6 bets. So keep that into account with today's plays. Look, it's hard. Baseball every day. You've got CFL, that's tough. WNBA is a little bit tough, so we're just trying to figure it out until we get back to bread and butter, which is NBA, NHL, and NFL. But, it's fun to mix and match and learn about all these different sports as well. So one thing I'm going to announce tomorrow in the video, I'm going to be starting a giveaway where I think a couple of times a week I'm going to be giving away $20 to $25, a minimum deposit at a sports book. This is in Canada. And if you sign up for us, I'll give you the money to sign up for a sports book. And all you have to do is deposit the money, open a sports book, and place a bet. That's it. You're getting the money for free. And that's all through thanks to a partnership with BetStamp. So again, if you do want to sign up for a book today, use the QR code on the screen or the link in the description. Sign up for a new sportsbook, place them in a minimum deposit, and you're going to get the best exclusive offers and bonuses through that partnership with BetStamp and with these books. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing giveaways where I'm going to give you that deposit. No strings attached. All you've got to do is sign up for a book, make the bet. Do whatever you want with it after that. I don't care. You'll just have to be a subscriber and a follower on Twitter. That's it. Okay. Let's go to today. Like I said, I want it to be a Canada themed. It's not fully because I do have a WNBA bet. But we're going to start with the Blue Jays. I'm wearing the Blue Jays jersey. That's where we're going to start. The Blue Jays on Canada Day in the last 3 years, they've scored 9 runs against the Rays, 2 runs against the Mariners, and 11 runs against the Kansas City Royals. They're playing the second game of a series today against the Boston Red Sox. They lost 5-0 last night. They're going up today against Cutter Crawford. And my bet is for the Toronto Blue Jays to go over 2.5 runs in the first 5 innings. I don't necessarily like the over and the under is 9. Kikuchi's pitched well, but that could very easily go over, especially on Canada Day. The team total is 4.5. I don't know. I just like this number of them scoring 3 runs in the first 5 innings. I expect them to play well. They're at home. It's Canada Day. Vladdy's going to be in the home run derby. They just got shut out last night. I look for them to put up some runs. Then when you look at Cutter Crawford on the road this season, he has been pretty good. He's 2-3. But when you look at his most recent outings, he just gave up 4 earned runs to the Chicago White Sox in a 6-inning loss to them. Previous to that, he did give up 0, but then before that, he gave up 4 to Colorado. So in 2 of his last 3 starts, he's given up 4 runs in 6 innings and 5 innings respectively. We just need 3 from the Blue Jays here. It'd be nice to get a couple singles and a home run by Vladdy in the first inning today. That's a 3 o'clock first pitch. But I just think the Jays, just call it blind faith, call it maybe a little bit of luck, but I've got a feel for this team, and I think that they're going to come out firing today because they need to. I think Cutter Crawford, although he's been good, he's struggled lately. He's given up 10 runs in his last 4 starts. So I look for the Blue Jays to jump on him early, go over 2.5 in the first 5 innings. That's -120 at Pinnacle Sports. Shifting to the CFL, you've got the Winnipeg Bluebombers and the Montreal Alouettes. Both teams undefeated. Sorry, Winnipeg did lose to BC, but Montreal is 2-0. But I've got to go with the Blue Bombers in this one until Montreal can prove they're that good. The Alouettes are out to a 2-0 start. Their offense is clicking with Cody Fajardo under center. But until they beat the Blue Bombers, let's just see. BC Lions, they're contenders. They beat the Bombers. Bombers, I still feel probably the best overall team, so we'll see. Winnipeg did look shell-shocked when they lost to the Lions last week. They are fairly banged up, but I still think they're going to be a better team than Montreal, who is missing a very good defensive back in Seontae Evans. I think the Bombers come out firing in this one after their loss. They had a pretty brutal performance against the BC Lions. I think they've got something to prove. Mike O'Shea, who's the coach of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, is an excellent head coach. For them to make the same mistake twice against a Montreal team that coming into this season wasn't predicted to be all that good, I like the odds of that there. And then yeah, the Alouettes are 2-0, but are they really going to go 3-0 and by doing that by beating the Winnipeg Blue Bombers? I don't think so. I actually think Winnipeg probably wins this game by double digits. Montreal, we have bet against them twice, and it's caught us. But I just think this is Winnipeg's day. It's a 7 o'clock start. The game is in Montreal. -5.5 is the line. And I just think Winnipeg comes out and says, you know what, we got embarrassed. They didn't just lose to BC last week. They got embarrassed. And a Mike O'Shea coached football team is supposed to win the Grey Cup this year or at least get back there. They're not going to get embarrassed twice. And I think losing to Montreal would do that. So give me the Winnipeg Blue Bombers -5.5 for -110 at DraftKings. And then the last bet of the day, we've got the Las Vegas Aces. We're moving to the WNBA. The Las Vegas Aces just beat up on the second best team in the WNBA, the New York Liberty. They beat them 98-81, and now they've got the third best team in the WNBA, the Connecticut Sun. They come into this one 12-4. Both teams are now 8-7 ATS this season. Both teams traditionally play to the over. 10-6 to the over for Connecticut, 9-6 to the over for the Las Vegas Aces. What is the line on the over there? You can get 168.5 over that at Unibet. That's not a bad bet if you want to take the over, but I'm going to bet against the Aces. I did this last time. I bet New York to cover, and they didn't. They got smoked by 18 points. But I'm going to take Connecticut here. The spread is 12.5. I think Connecticut, actually it's moved. It might be 12 somewhere. I got it for 12.5 at FanDuel this morning. If you can get 12.5, that's a great number. 12 is not bad either because you have push potential. Look, these two teams have played twice this season. They've played twice this month. On June 6th, Vegas won the game, but it was only by 6. And then on June 8th, 2 days later, Connecticut handed Vegas their only loss, and they beat them 94-77. They handled them. I think a big part of that is because of the defense. Connecticut's offense is ranked 5th. Vegas's defense is ranked 2, but Connecticut's defense is ranked 3rd. They're ranked 3rd in field goal percentage. They're ranked 1st in three-point percentage against. That's Vegas's strong suit, is shooting the 3, and I think Connecticut is going to be able to defend that. They're also equally good in rebounding. And I think for Vegas to have back-to-back monster wins against monster teams, I like Vegas. I like Vegas to win the championship this year. I just think Connecticut matches up a little bit better than the Liberty do. Las Vegas, who has very few weaknesses, but where they are, I think Connecticut makes that up. And I think that, the first game, both games have been close, with Connecticut winning one of them. So I'm going to take the Connecticut Sun here plus 12.5. That's -12 at FanDuel. So just a reminder, if you use that QR code on the screen or the link in the description below, you can sign up for a new account at DraftKings, Pinnacle, or FanDuel, and you're guaranteed the best exclusive offers or bonuses thanks to my partnership with Betstamp and these books. And tomorrow, I'm going to show you how you can get win a giveaway to get that free minimum deposit on me. So my 3 bets for today, I've got the Toronto Blue Jays to go over 2.5 in the first 5 innings for -120 at Pinnacle. I've got the Winnipeg Bluebombers to cover -5.5 at DraftKings, and I'm taking the Connecticut Sun plus 12.5 for -112 at FanDuel. As always, you can drop a comment if you're fading or following. You can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Coniam for picks, props, talking sports throughout the day. Audio versions are on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Have a great Canada Day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, and have a great Saturday.